Hey, what's up guys, my name is Brad, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another Duel Links video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new updates Carnival has officially announced for Duel Links coming in June and July. As you can see from the thumbnail, we have quite a bit to talk about. We have the DD Tower returning, we have Espa, we have potentially Yubel coming, as well as some really cool things. So without further ado, let's get into it. We're also going to have a quick look at some of your guys' first impressions and what you guys are thinking about these updates at the end of the video as well. So let's get into the updates, starting with we're going to go down and check out the arrival of a new item and the end of boosted duel orbs. So on June 26th, the bonus Duelist will be sold. Now, we did a video on this, I believe it's in the last leak video, where the bonus Duelists are going to appear 30 times. So that's pretty interesting. Since it's going to replace the boosted duel orbs, I assume that the prices of the bonus Duelist are going to be very similar, if not identical. And this is just going to make it easier for Konami to kind of ensure that people are getting their money's worth throughout buying, Duelists. Because obviously we know that standard Duelists, they do take a while to kind of grind out and farm. And of course, you could spend this amount of money and have technically unlimited, but maybe you can only maybe duel 10 of them at a time if you're not auto-dueling and you're trying to farm them. This bonus Duelist makes a lot more sense rather than the boosted duel orbs, but that doesn't apply to everyone. This applies to everyone, to all Duelist upcoming updates. Here are the new additions to the game planned for the near future. In early June, we're getting a Duelathon event, which, by now we either love them or hate them. I quite enjoy them, but the fact it's just standard Duelathon is kind of crappy. Of course, we knew this was coming anyway, so can't really be too disappointed. We do have the KC Cup, the World Championship qualifiers. That's going to be running around the same time as Duelathon, so that's pretty interesting that they're at least giving us something else during that time period. Then in early June, a certain Duelist is making a return. Zane Truesdale will appear in Duel World. So this is going to be the second Zane event, if you don't count the times he's come with Jesse, which is going to be really interesting to see what they actually give us, because he gave us some okay Cyber Dragon cards before. We know he probably won't give us, the vanilla Cyber Dragon, because that'll be locked behind his starter deck, I think. So it's going to be interesting to see what cards he does actually give us. We did just get a ton of new Cyber Dragon support announced, but I don't think we'll get that. I think we'll either get some Cyber Dark stuff or maybe some of the other newer Cyber Dragon support. So it should be pretty interesting when he comes around again. It would have been nice if that was an unlock event, but I think they don't want Zane kind of clashing with the World Championship qualifiers and the World Championships, which makes a lot of sense. Then in mid-June, the Tag Duel tournament is coming again. Earn tag coins to draw the lottery. This time you can tag duel alongside Yu-Gi-Oh! GX characters. So again, we knew this one was coming, so there's not a lot in here we actually didn't know about, but that's really interesting because we've got a couple of GX characters and we've slowly been given new GX characters to use, so you can bet there's going to be missions to maybe like play with Jesse or to play with Cyrus as your partner, or there's just a lot they can kind of do with the GX characters, and they didn't use too many Duel Monsters characters back in the first event, so I'm hoping that they do incorporate more Duel Monsters characters as well, rather than just having the same lineup of Duel Monsters characters and then just adding a couple of GX characters. It'd be nice if we could get a wider range of characters to duel with, which would be really cool. Again, where is this PvP tag duels, which we were meant to get like super early on in 2018? I'm still waiting Konami, and I think a lot of people are waiting, because that I think will really shake up the ranked duels and just the general PvP events of the game. Then in mid-June as well, the DD Tower appears. The event DD Tower Dark Dimension has begun. New cards will be added as prizes for you to get. Kind of expected that. Friend or foe, watch out for a new character. Aim for the top, knocking down any formidable enemy that may stand in your way. I think it's pretty safe to expect that Yubel could be coming in this event. Now, she probably won't be an unlockable drop. This will probably be like this first little tease of her character, and then maybe they'll introduce her later in a Duelist Chronicles GX event in July. That'd be quite cool if that was how they were going to go down that path. But she just makes a lot of sense, because if we know what we have in the files, there's not many Duel Monsters characters in there left. Like there's Espa, which we know we're going to be getting. There's Grandpa and Marek, and they don't make any sense for the DD Tower, especially the Dark Dimension one. And since Yubel is a monster spirit, she also fits the theme that the DD Tower's been going for with having, the monster cards actually be the enemies you play against. So I could see her being at the top of the tower, or maybe she'll be like a DD intruder, she'll be like invading this dimension, which would kind of fit in with the plot of GX Season 3, where, they all got shoved into another dimension, and that was kind of Yubel's world, I think it was, or something like that. And so that would be a nice tie-in to the GX anime if they're able to kind of incorporate it in that way. But of course we'll have to see, and let me know if you think that will be Yubel's first proper appearance at Duel Links. Of course we did see her in a tease in a previous event, so should be cool when she does come eventually. Then in late June, now this is where things get kind of crappy, event exclusive Legendary Duelist Jesse Anderson is going to be coming to the gate. We have Jesse right now. I think this is like, this year we've had to have him 3 times. I know this will be a permanent addition, but why is this one of your highlights for late June? Like, are they really trying to rush out GX characters and be like, okay, well here we're going to give you them as many times as possible. We know they're not your favourites, even though they are really good characters and people are asking for more GX characters. Are they really doing this? Like, it just seems kind of stupid to have or to have the unlock event this month, which is going on right now, which is ending in a couple of days time, or I think it's ending tomorrow actually, and then having this again in late June, probably going to be starting around this sort of time next month. It's just a bit lazy, and I think a lot of people aren't going to like it. Of course it won't apply to everyone, but for people that are new to the game and that in that month, then it's of course really good, but just lazy. And then in late June, obtain a Legendary Duelist, a new team event is coming, collect points to unlock a new character. Boom, the cosmos will guide me to victory. This, of course, is going to be Espa, which means that Jinzo should hopefully be coming with him. He is the ultra rare that Espa uses, and we haven't had a character so far that hasn't come with a copy of their ultra rare card if they've been like an event thing. I believe that the Paradox Brothers still came with like Gate Guardian and Sangra the Thunder as well in their starter deck. So that's going to be pretty cool that Espa will eventually be coming, towards the end of next month. And hopefully the event is good, because we know it's going to be like Esparoba's Dual Carnival or something, and considering it's a team event, I'm very excited to see how that is going to work. Because we haven't had a team event in ages. If this is implying that we can build like PvP, PvE guilds, and that's how we will like cumulatively try to unlock Esparoba, that would be really interesting, and they could give us some really cool rewards along the way for playing in the event. So I'm excited to see what they actually do with that event. And finally, in early July, an all-new Duelathon is coming. This is your chance to unlock Cyrus Truesdale again. I don't know what they're doing anymore. I really don't, because we could have had Zane here, we could have had Night Shroud, or we could have had some other Duel Monsters character. I don't understand why they're giving us Cyrus again. Maybe it's because we're able to get an exclusive skill and they want to be able to give that out again as quickly as possible, which makes a lot of sense. But Cyrus isn't a character people really want and hasn't set the world on fire in the PvP environment. So to me this just seems like, I guess if they're trying to do a Duelathon anyway, then this does make sense just to throw him in there. It won't matter to anyone else, but to people that want to unlock him, it will of course matter. And I guess that's a good way of doing it, just by throwing them in Duelathons, but it just still seems a bit lazy when they could be doing so much more to add more characters to the game. And hopefully as we get into the summer, then hopefully that'll start to pick up, because the first half of the month is looking really good, with Zane coming back and the Tactical Tournament and DD Tower, and then it just slowly gets worse, and then Espa kind of brings it back up, and then July. Hopefully July will be pretty good after that Cyrus event. In addition, for late June, addition of a button to hide dialogues during duels and to enable players to see cards on the field. I'm not too sure what the cards on the field thing is. If it's for spectators, then that can help cheating, which would be kind of crappy. If it's... I don't understand what this update would bring. To hide dialogues, I'm guessing, like, why would you need a button to hide dialogues in the middle of a duel? You just go into the settings and turn them off? Like, it just seems a bit unnecessary to me. Changes to the chain button for meta clarity, that one is, definitely needed for newer players, people that don't understand the chain rule, then that is definitely very helpful. And of course we're going to be getting some campaigns and other events as well. So looking a bit meh, you know, it's not too great, it's not too good either. Hopefully Konami can salvage that in later in July. And of course, you know, the first half of June, as I said, is looking really nice. So hopefully those events will be pretty stellar. But let's quickly go and have a look at what people are saying in my community tab. So earlier today I did put a community post out asking, give me your hot takes on the announcements here, and I'll choose a few of you to put in. So we choose these 3 people because they had some pretty good thoughts. Burrito Canopy said, yeah, okay, let's talk about the effing Cyrus being back so soon. They are failing hard with the GX world. They could have given us literally any other GX characters. No, they felt the need to Jesse Cyrus and have him return instead of giving us new characters like Zane, Atticus, or Yubel, which they know we want. I don't know, this just pisses me off since they're 100% going to add Cyrus to the game in a month or 2 and have that count as content for 1 week. I can see that. I mean, I don't think they count the, you know, the gate things as content because they always seem to have another event going alongside it, or, you know, being very soon afterwards. So I don't think that's going to be kind of the case. But I wouldn't be surprised if Cyrus did appear in at some point in August at the gate. I really wouldn't be surprised at all. Dunkin' Donuts, I pointed this guy out on my stream the other day, amazing name. I'm excited to see the Tag Duel tournament. I think there will be something during the last one that popped up on an error code at the beginning of the event with this little Yubel, if I remember correctly. I'm excited to see if something like that happens again and how the tournament ends up panning out. I'm also a huge fan of the DD Tower events, and this one is coming up, supposed to be dark and apparently with a new character. I'm excited to see what happens there and what rewards we can get. And finally, Double T, they should have introduced someone new for GX instead of rehashing the Jesse and now Cyrus events. I would want Chumley in the game and just add some B support and maybe Des Koala or 2 so Burn can be viable again. Also would love to see an animation from Master of Oz. See, that's what they should do. Like, they kind of screwed themselves in the foot with, or shot themselves in the foot, sorry, with Axel and, I can't remember the other guy's name, but the Cloudian user. They put those in the main box when they could have, you know, put some cards in an event and had those as being event characters rather than just being more box fodder, which would have been, you know, would have made the past couple of months maybe feel a little less stale, and we probably would have been having those discussions on Is Duel Links Dead that we've been having the past couple of months. So let me know your thoughts on these updates in the comment section down below. Tomorrow's video hopefully will be, I don't know what tomorrow's video is going to be. I really don't know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next Duel Links video. See ya then.